Okay. Time to scare me, I guess, man. I don't know.
Man, suck it up.
That's not things a good friend would say
Whoa,
to
whoa, whoa,
somebody.
whoa. Time out, time out, time out, time out. Time out. Who said I was a good friend? I have
Oh,
constantly harassed and exposed you to things you have literally said you don't want to see.
so you're saying it's my fault?
Yeah. Nobody made you watch Emancipation or the Callisto Protocol. You went into those things willingly. That's not my fault.
I feel like the fans made me watch it.
Don't no, don't bring them into it. That's not their fault.
It is.
That's not. This is your fault. You need to suck it up and get on board with Dead Space remake because it's coming. It's coming for you. It's coming for me. It's coming for them. Now,
Well,
it's not.
fans, if you want me to watch other stuff that I don't want to watch, like, comment, subscribe
Ooh,
to put me into other stuff I don't want to
ooh,
watch.
I shouldn't open that.
Okay, fantastic.
That was my bank account.
Um, okay, Dead Space is coming out in January, right?
Got to stop buying stuff. Bought this
Wow.
and this.
You say that as you buy more stuff.
I know. Well, I mean, eventually I'm going to get it together so that we can do some action figure reviews. But continue,
You've been saying
continue.
that for like 10 videos now.
Well, no, I haven't. I've only been saying it for two or three, but I had to go get camera stuff because all my camera stuff doesn't work because it's like old. We. So let's get to Dead Space. We'll get to that later.
Okay, fair enough.
Hold on, wait,
Let's go.
drum roll.
All
Yeah,
right, here we go.
time to get shook. Ooh, I like that.
USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellyan responding to your distress call.
Isaac Clarke.
What have you got, Isaac?
Half the Ishimura's in the red. Engines, hull, the trams.
Can you handle it alone?
Fix the centrifuge. Get the fuel running.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan. Medical is overwhelmed. We need help.
That look familiar? Oh,
Oh, oh, no.
Toxic hazard detected. Make us one.
Make us margaret. Humanity will be made whole, Mr. Clarke. With or without you.
Isaac, it's me. It's all
just
falling
a bitch.
apart here. I can't believe what's happening.
you should do it. Run, Isaac.
Cole?
Leave her. Yeah.
Was it everything you wanted?
Yeah, except for one thing.
Okay.
I was trying to swag surf just now. I don't know if I did it right. One thing bothers me.
Uh-huh.
It's that price, man. It's that Nintendo tax you were talking about.
What's
Sony's
what's
jump
the price?
is $70.
I mean, it's a PS5 game, right? An
It is a
Xbox Series
PS5.
X game.
It's a PS5 game. Well, look, I don't know if it's coming to Xbox. It probably is. I'm just being a dick. Um, but yeah, this was. There are very few games I buy day one. I pay out the money. I remember when this came out. I actually bought this day one when it came out. I didn't go to work that day. I popped this in whenever I woke up, went to Best Buy, picked it up, played it all day, played it into the night to the point where I did not realize I had been playing it that long. This is one of my top 10 games of all time.
Now he's an engineer, right?
He's an engineer.
That just knows how to take people out.
Nope. So here's the thing.
Okay.
So Isaac Clarke is an engineer, and as the game starts, you show up on your little rickety ship. I don't know, called the USS Minnow. You pull in. The Ishimura is called a planet cracker. It usually cracks. It like destroys planets for the natural resources to send back to Earth and the colonies. The Ishimura you have lost contact with the Ishimura. Nicole, your fiance, is on the Ishimura. You choose to go out there. That's another thing that it's funny. You didn't have to go, but your fiance's on this ship, and you decided, hey, I'm gonna go make sure she's okay. Spoiler alert. So you and your team show up on the Ishimura, and you guys don't know anything that happened. There's no contact. You basically try to get gravity restored, get power restored to the doors. You see that there are like escape pods missing. You see that there are like a lot of the ships. Like you see that something has happened. You open these doors and literally get the ever living shit kicked out of you as you make a run for it through a hallway of just these things. The game just starts after you get to like the docking procedures. You walk down the hallway, part of your team splits up. They're like, hey, we're gonna go to the bridge, we're gonna go here, and it just starts. So you saw that little the desk that says cut off the limbs. So you see like stuff that has happened, but you don't know what has happened. So as you like, and when you go down this corridor, like all these necromorphs show up just ripping you to shreds. Like you die a lot in that little scene because you don't know what's going on. So as you get away, then things become clearer what has happened. Now it's still a mystery. So as you go through the game, Isaac retrofits things that he would have normally used as engineering tools to use against the necromorphs. It isn't later in the game that you actually get a machine gun type weapon. Things that you see are like engineering weapons. So like the handheld thing that you saw,
Plasma cutter.
The plasma cutter is just something that you use as a regular tool. If you go back, so the universe of Dead Space it's not as big as other games, but it has like, some interesting things in it. So there's some animes. I think there was a Wii game. They've had 3 games. So this is 2, and this is 3. I don't know where 1 is. I can't find 1. I don't know if one of the kids got a hold of it. I don't know what happened to it, but it's probably in a box.
Yeah.
It's one of those games where like it never lets you rest. So like like when you play a game and you clear a room and then you can come back to the room, no, that doesn't happen. You can clear a room, clear space, think you're safe, back up into the room because there are necromorphs outside in the hallway. Back into the room, the vent opens up, you get snatched up.
Okay.
You have to keep your head on a swivel. There's no pause button. The actual menu is actual holographic thing. So like as you are running around, it pulls it up. So you have to like, what was that? The sound and the audio was very well done because there's always something moving. You hear like mist, you hear like psst, then you hear machinery. So he is an engineer, but he's not a fighter. He gets his ass kicked quite a lot.
So question for you. So you talked about what the old Dead Space was. Are you seeing anything initially like, okay, this is something new, or this is something like?
Not really, because they talked about this was a brand new. So like it's been a long time since I played the first one. You can actually get the first one for rather cheap on Steam. You go to GameStop or your local video game store. You could probably get it for dirt cheap right now. eBay, wherever you buy your cheap old video games. I was one of the people who was like, don't remake this game. It did need to be remade. I've been not a big fan of all of these remakes because I had wanted this. I had wanted this energy and resources put into building new franchises, like restart Dead Space as far as like don't make it a reboot
Mhm.
or a remake, do a reboot. So they talked about that there are things that are changed in this game. I don't know what they are. I don't know if it's a direct reboot, sorry, a direct remake, but I know that there were problems with certain things in the game people had a problem with. So like there was a scene where there's like that thing that just went past. It's hard to kill that bastard. Um there's a part in the game. This might be it. Is that it? Oh, I can't remember. Where like you're manning like some ion cannons that are used to like destroy asteroids, but there's
Mhm.
like a part of the necromorph in the ship that on the ship that you have to like get rid of, and it was hard as hell. The controls weren't very conducive. They talked about that part right there where Isaac gets dragged by that tentacle or whatever. They
Mhm.
said that Glenn Schofield talks about that was one of the hardest parts in the game to get done, to make. Um, I don't know how much they kept and how much they got rid of, because they did talk about the fact that um, the movement is the same, but they did talk about the fact that they're tweaking some of the little things that Isaac does. They talked about the agency of Isaac, and the first game wasn't as good. In other words, you talked about he's an engineer and how in the world is he doing all this stuff.
Mhm.
That's something they brought up after the game came out. Like it was just kind of run and go fetch kind of stuff. So are they changing that to have him more active in the sense of him his journey through the issue more?
Okay. Uh,
What'd you think about
I
it?
will never play this game.
Really? Never?
No, no.
Never?
I can't tell if you're joking or not.
Never?
Why?
Ever?
Why would I ever play this game?
Never?
Again, this is something. If you get it, maybe you should stream it and stream it on our Twitch channel or something.
It ain't gonna be day one. It'll have to be on sale.
Yeah, it looks great.
It
Like
does,
just in
doesn't
terms
it?
of it does look very good.
The
That that,
fidelity
that
and
is that is
everything.
another reason why I would never play this game. The monsters look nasty.
Man, let me tell you, there's a part in the game where you have to go through a nursery.
Hmm.
Whoo! I had to turn it off.
Mm.
I ain't gonna lie. I literally had to turn it off. I was like, nope. And I'm really excited for this game. There's certain parts of this game that I remember, and I'm like, how bad is that going to be?
Hmm.
Because of the way it looks and the way they have animated and the way the detail, like when that part where he's in the cylinder or whatever, and it like lights up and it goes, that reminded me of Event Horizon.
Oh,
Remember?
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like I got a lot of Event Horizon feels in this while playing this.
Okay. For me, with the stuff I've read online, I've heard like you're going to be able to maybe interact more with some of the ancillary characters. Like they're
Mhm.
gonna flesh them out a little bit more. And I heard what's his girlfriend or fiance name,
Nicole.
Nicole.
Mhm.
I heard like maybe she's gonna have a bigger role in this.
So that was the big thing. Like, so she was kind of like this disembodied voice who was driving Isaac. Now, like I said, that was one of the biggest problems a lot of people had, was that the agency of Isaac was just, it was kind of like a step and fetch quest. The game was good, don't get me wrong, but Isaac was not in control of his own, I won't say movements, but like the things he did. So two allowed Isaac to have more agency
Okay.
than in the first game. I think one is great. I think one and two are the best out of the series. I think three could have been good. The problem where it fell off was this came out during a time everything had to be co-op and multiplayer, and it takes the scare out of it when there's someone else playing with you. Does that make
Sure.
sense? So like if you're by yourself, the lights are off, and you're playing it, it's there's more of a creep feel. You feel more isolated than if you know you have a buddy.
Right.
And the storyline was a little, don't get me wrong, I loved it, but the storyline was a little out there. They tried to explain where the Necromorphs come from, the Unification Church, I believe that's what it's called. Hold on, let me look. But I really loved three. So I don't know if we talked about this. Remember Star Trek Into the Darkness when Kirk and Khan have to like suit up and like go into space?
Vaguely.
You do that in this game.
Okay.
So like you suit up, the anti-gravity moments in this game are really well done. Like I'm not gonna say you get dizzy, but you are very disoriented as you play the game and you have gravity and then you lose it and then having to navigate with your controller how that's going to work out. And with the new PS5 controller, that haptic feedback that you're going to have, the way the controllers work, I'm really excited for this. Even though I'll go on a limb and say I might be wrong on this one. The Nintendo tax may actually be a good thing. No, hold on, let me take that back. Not the Nintendo tax, but maybe redoing some of these blockbuster hits for a new generation. I will never say the Nintendo tax is worth it. Let me take that back.
Yeah.
Edit that part out. Edit that part out.
You got editing software for me to edit it?
I'm still looking, man.
Okay, so it's
Because
going to stay in the
thing.
video then.
So a little behind baseball, inside baseball. I got all the cameras, right? But I'm trying to figure out like how to ingest the video into here and then get a program that will allow me. Do I ingest it into the program or ingest it in here and edit in here? So I got like
to ingest that video into the work laptop because that'll probably blow that thing up.
No, I'm trying to upload the video to like a cloud and then and then use it. But I'm trying to figure out because like you told me we could put the video in this program, right?
Yeah, should be able to.
So I'm trying to figure out which way is best with all these cameras and the setup. So guys, we're working on that. This game was popular because when I talk about action figures, Isaac Clarke had action figures. Man, he had statues.
Don't you have some Dead Space action figures?
I don't. I did not get into action figures until not too long ago, probably right before the pandemic. And when I was into it, I sold all that stuff. And so, like, I remember, I think it was McFarlane who made some of the action figures. They had. Now, I do have the art book somewhere in this house. But yeah, I like this game is. It reminds me why I love this game so much. Like watching this trailer, and keep in mind, this is all gameplay. This isn't rendered. This isn't like some story trailer where you're like, how is this going to look? No, this is how the game is going to look on the PS5.
And other systems. You keep saying it like it's not coming to other stuff.
I don't have other systems. I have a PS5.
You have a PC?
I have a PS5. I'm not even trying to put this thing on a Steam Deck.
Okay, fair enough. Folks, let us know if you're excited for this when it comes out in January. Are you going to pay for the $70 for this brand new game, remastered game? Let us know.
It's going to have to be on sale.
There we go.
Let's go fall off the back of a truck or something. That's 70. Like, we really need to have like a day where we talk about the $70 up. The $70 charge, because I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm ready for it.
I mean, it's been here for a while.
See, I haven't paid $70 for anything, for any of the games.
Fair enough.
I've always bought them on sale, or they have been given to me because I put them on a wish list. But I have not taken my credit card and said, yeah, let me get that for $70. I haven't done that yet.
Okay. Let us know if you guys are paying $7 for the new games. But like, comment, subscribe so you guys will know when we put up new videos. Find us on We Tryin' at YouTube and Facebook. Right there, you see it on the screen. You can also find us at Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. We Tryin' y'all, and that is it. We out.
Deuces.